Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Gertrude. Gertrude is a female personal name of Germanic origin, from the components ger meaning spear and ar meaning strength, hence the full meaning spear of strength. The name was used in the vicinity of present-day Germany and the Low Countries, the low-lying delta region around where the Rhine meets the North Sea. Saint Gertrude the Great was a prominent 13th-century German mystic who gave her life over to Christ after he apparently called upon her to place her head against his breast and listen to his heartbeat. Gertrude became a well-known theologian of her day, but she is most famous for her prayers on behalf of those in purgatory. When invoked, it is said Jesus releases 1,000 souls from purgatory. Settlers from the Low Countries most likely introduced the name Gertrude to England during the prosperous cloth trade of the 16th century. Then in 1600 William Shakespeare used the name Gertrude for the character of Hamlet's mother. Gertrude was already in consistent usage, but didn't achieve any significant popularity among English speakers until the 19th century. Personality of the girl named Gertrude. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth, and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details, and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal, and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the girl named Gertrude. With all the brouhaha surrounding the revival of old lady names, we were surprised to see this one not make the list. Most people seem to think it's just too grandmotherly for a young girl, but before you discount her, consider the cute pet forms such as Trudy and Gertie. Remember, Gertie was the name of Drew Barrymore's 5-year-old lovably mischievous character in the 1982 blockbuster E.T., arguably the cutest character ever on film, Shirley Temple excluded. We get it, though. This one is just too dated for most people's tastes. Turn-of-the-century names that are finding favor again today are more feminine like Emma, Evelyn, Grace, and Olivia, rather than the older and stronger names of Germanic origin, Adelaide, Mildred, and Helga, for example. Parents prefer more flowery female names today, and Gertrude ain't no flower, she's got the strength of a spear. Plus, Gertrude is a number 8 in numerology, which is the number all about strength, power, and abundance. Coincidence? Perhaps not. Back in 1900, Gertrude was the 23rd most popular female name in America. In 1966, the name disappeared from the charts and has yet to return. We hope people come around to it, because we think it has a certain charm all its own. One other interesting factoid about Gertrude, St. Gertrude of Nivelles is the patron saint of cats and mice if you're looking for a good name for one of your own little critters. Quick facts on Gertrude. Gender, girl. Origin, Dutch. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Gertrude. Simple meaning, spear of strength. Characteristics of Gertrude. Problem solver, authoritative, tough, powerful, tenacious, wealthy, achiever. Cultural references to the baby name Gertrude. Literary characters of the baby name Gertrude. Queen Gertrude of Denmark is the mother of Hamlet in one of Shakespeare's most well-known tragedies written in 1600. In the play, Gertrude marries Claudius, her husband's brother, and, more importantly, his murderer, her original husband being King Hamlet, or Hamlet's father. This, of course, makes for a rather tumultuous relationship between mother and son. She is also criticized by Hamlet for displaying an inadequate amount of guilt or sorrow over the events which took place. Old Gertrude makes few apologies for her over-hasty marriage to Claudius, which occurred less than a month after her husband's death. But the question remains, Was Gertrude complicit in the murder of her husband, or was she merely a medieval Danish gal forced to adapt to the realities of a situation not of her making? Well, this question tortures poor Hamlet into madness, or is it his desperation for Ophelia's love which serves to juxtapose his relationship with Mom? He does proclaim at one point, "Frailty, thy name is woman," as if to throw Gertrude into the weaker gender bucket. Hamlet is also overly concerned about Gertrude's sex life in that Freudian Oedipal way. Even the ghost urges him to leave that subject alone, but Hamlet is obsessive with his thoughts. In the end, Gertrude makes the ultimate sacrifice for her son, or does she? Perhaps the play's final scene answers all of those curious questions posed throughout the play, or perhaps it only serves to complicate them even more. In the scene, Gertrude drinks from the poisoned cup intended for her son. Her dying words are vague still. No, no, the drink, oh my dear Hamlet, the drink, the drink. I am poisoned. Did his mother die for him as the ultimate display of her love and innocence, or did she accidentally drink the poison with no intentions of ever dying? Was she just thirsty? Let's just say Queen Gertrude is one of the more complex characters in English literature who leaves us wondering about the true nature of her character. That's why we admire her, even if a bit reluctantly. Popular songs on Gertrude. Gertrude's Dream, Roland the Roadie, and Gertrude the Groupie, Dr. Hook, a Waltz, by Ludwig van Beethoven. Famous people named Gertrude. Gertrude Abercrombie, painter; Gertrude Lawrence, actress; Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, aristocrat; Gertrude Chandler Warner, children's book author; Saint Gertrude, various Catholic saints; Gertrude Stein, writer; Gertrude B. Elion, Nobel-winning pharmacist, 1988.